next guest, Gail Goodman, is a customer service expert joining us on the line. Gail, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for inviting me.
Glad to have you. There's a report here, and I know that Joanne and I have talked about this, customer service being something that really can create problems. In fact, Amanda during Christmas season said there's a couple of stores she won't even go back to as a result of just being treated in a shabby manner. And it's costing businesses in this country literally billions of dollars, right?
Absolutely. She's not the only one who, having had bad customer service, just throws their hands up and says, I'm done with you. It's kind of like breaking up a bad relationship.
Well, actually, the funny thing about her deal, one of the stores she said she's not going back to is one of her favorite stores. And that was she said, Joanne, was the place she liked to go, a store she liked to shop, and the service was so poor, and they gave her so little attention. And when she asked for a manager, they blew her off altogether. And she said, I won't go back. And it was a store that she spent a lot of money in.
Well, that's tragic, because as an owner of a business, you would want to believe that your staff is open to constructive criticism, especially by people that are loyal customers, such as she was, especially if they spent a lot of money there, which is even more relevant. But what happens is her money gets moved somewhere else. That article indicates that companies are losing $41 billion, but what one company is losing, another person is gaining if they give her the right customer service. So it isn't drained from the economy, it's drained from their coffers.
But don't people forget? I mean, you give me a good enough deal, and I'm heading back.
It just seems so simple, because every single person is a consumer. And so if you happen to be on the other end of the desk as well, or the phone, or the retail store counter, it's kind of stunning that people don't realize how much good customer service matters to everybody, because it matters to the very person who's providing it or not, as the case may be.
I think Joanne touched on something there. If you put the carrot out in front of them, it's big enough, they'll come bite it. But you look at the response to Target after their cards were compromised. They offered a 10% discount. People were going, 10%? I can get that just about anywhere anyway. And they basically snubbed Target. It was an inadequate response to a very serious situation. So, I mean, if you're going to put an incentive out there, make it worthwhile. Make it, Black Friday worthy, I guess.
They have to have people who know how to weigh the cost of whatever incentive they come up with to get all those customers back in their good graces. But the other thing that Target may be banking on is if they feel that they are so conveniently located, provide a certain kind of product and ease of shopping, after a certain period of time, then people will start perhaps drifting back. So they may have taken a big gamble by saying 10% off, which, by the way, if you have a Target card, you get 5% off every time you shop anyway. So it is kind of flimsy. But they may be feeling like they could play the waiting game.
Is that why there's such a push to shop at local stores? I mean, if you go into a family-owned store, you do get an incredible degree of customer service.
Yes. You do. And the problem for some of the stores in my neighborhood as well is they can't compete on a cost basis. So people have to decide for themselves, what is the cost of good service to me? I would rather, as would my husband, go to the local hardware store because there's like 3 people right in the doorway.
Absolutely, and they know what they're talking
asking you, what
about.
can I do? Now, here's the interesting story. We just went to Home Depot yesterday, and not all Home Depots are created equal, because the one that we happened to go to, which was in Connecticut, yay to the Brookfield, Connecticut Home Depot, they were amazing. They're always amazing. And it's a long ride, but we happened to go up there for other stores, and we always walk out of there going, why can't every Home Depot be like that? It really boils down to the individual staff at any store, even a chain, whether it's Target or Home Depot.
See, I came to the conclusion a long time ago, Gail, that Home Depot was so successful financially because they didn't actually have any employees. Because I've wandered about that store looking for people on numerous occasions. And I figured the great way to save on your bottom line is not hire anybody. Just let people wander around. Every now and then just throw a person in an orange smock and let them, sneak by and just flash
like a mystery
and
shop.
tease people. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, look at Costco. This is like a huge organization. And no matter how crowded it is, my husband and I can get online and be out of there in 3 minutes. How do they do that? They figure it out.
Perfect.
They look at the traffic. They always have enough staff. They know the patterns of behavior. They probably look in their parking lot. They count the people at the door because they have to check your card. And that place, no matter how crowded it is, the lines go fast. How do they do that? They're brilliant. And so it's not really just a small versus a big store. It's a consciousness that trickles down from whoever owns the place.
There you go, Gail Goodman. Gail, thank you so much. Customer service expert. Customer service does matter. We're giving you the best service we can right here on The Steve Gerber Show.